Welcome back to the range. As you guys all know, this is my 300 Blackout Jackal. It's got the Dead Air Sandman S on it. It's got an e-brake on it. And this is definitely... Ooh, I'm going to double check this well. One thing I always recommend is no matter what you're shooting, no matter how well you know your stuff, always double check your stuff. This is supposed to be the 30 caliber can, and like I said, you don't want to end plate strike. A lot of warranty stuff takes forever, so always double check it. I usually try to keep this e-brake on the 30 cal so that I know what I'm messing with. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Here, this is some Minuteman Munitions 300 Blackout. I think this is 220 grain subsonics. Let me skip a little bit. Let me point this in a different direction so I'm not walking in front of the muzzle. Alright. So here we have the ammo. This is new stuff. This is a solid, I think it's solid copper. I'll have to double check it, but it looks really good. And I bought a bunch of this stuff. It was on sale. Stacked a couple of coupons. And I also have over here, excuse me, they also make remanufactured stuff. So this stuff looks really good too. Here, let me find that camera. So this stuff looks really good too. The bullets, the primers, and the powder and everything is all their stuff. It's just they have once fired brass, but honestly, I mean, do you look at this and then you compare that to their new, and it's really hard to tell the difference. So we're out here going to be doing a little bit of testing. We're going to see how they feed. We're going to compare it to some other stuff. I have some Winchester super subsonics, which super suppressed, which is kind of what's it called, oxymoron. Yeah, super suppressed, but we'll see how that stuff works. And then we also have some, this is AAC's subsonic ammo. Here we have it, you can see on the rounds right here, has the AAC little head stamp on it. And so we're going to run a couple different types of ammo. I have a target downrange. It's about 20-ish yards. It's about all the distance I got. I'm not the most precise shooter ever, so this will give us a good representation of at least how the ammo should group in 20-30 yards, and see if we get flyers. But because it's only 20 yards, the groups should be pretty consistent. Like I said, we'll go down there and look at the target. I zeroed my optic. It should be pretty much dead center. I also have a, let me see. Sorry, I got a mess right here. Keeping everything organized. I did some stuff with the TX22. If you haven't seen that video, TX22, 30 round mags. This is too much fun. I just finished that one up. Oh man. And then, so anyways, so then I have some SMB tactical. I have some MagTech. We'll see how much of this stuff we get through. And then I have some Fiocchi. And then this is 150 grain Supersonics. And finally, I think I got some Freedom Munition stuff. So, like I said, we'll go down, we'll look at the target real quick. I'll get set up, and then we'll do some 5-round groups with new stuff. We'll do some 5-round groups with the remanufactured stuff. We'll do some 5-round groups with the Winchester and the AAC. We'll see how they comparatively group with the 300 Blackout, Subsonic, and then we'll mess with some stuff. I got bunch of different magazines in here. If you guys have seen my videos, I got the 30 round P-Mag. This is the one that was giving me issues. I'm not sure if you can see right there. There's still the paint marks from when I was trying to fix it, from some feeding issues. 20 round Lancer mag, 20 round, what is this? Duramag. These are the straight 20s. I love these ones. These are pretty awesome. I think these are steel. And then while it's on the stand here, I got the little 10 round P-Mag just so that it'll fit in and I can get it in and out without having to be messing with too much stuff. Sometimes the 30 rounders do not fit on the stand, so I think the 20 rounders might, but we'll check the 10 round. This is a 5.56 one, so I'm not sure if this is actually gonna run. But let me grab the camera and then we'll go look at the target down there. I'm gonna grab a permanent marker because I do have some shots on here while I was zeroing it, and then we'll take a peek. All right. Like I said, I think the rangefinder said 21 yards, 25 yards, something like that. It's not a humongous distance. So here's my shot group, and like I said, I'm not the best sharpshooter. And then I'm gonna mark these ones here just because here they are. And then I'm gonna set this up. I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna put another target over this one. This will be gone. And then I'm gonna put another target down here, so there'll be 3 of them. And then I might put one here just so that we can compare all 4 ammos. Maybe I'll just put it over down here towards the bottom. So let me get set up and we'll be right back. All right, we're all set up. You should be able to see the target. I'm gonna grab 5 rounds of the new Minuteman Munitions. Get it loaded up, and then we'll see how well these ones do. I am using just a plain red dot, no magnification. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, that fed perfect. Let me get lined up with the target. Oh man, huge mess out here. Oh. Sorry, my stand is not cooperating. Apparently, it does not like the height. Okay, here we go. I had to find some stuff to kind of shove underneath one side of it just to get it. Alright, so I am aiming dead center. Okay. We borrow you for a second, just so you can see what's going on. You can see that first shot right there, and we'll get right back into that. Okay, so you can see right there that round wanted to feed, but it didn't. It may need more gas. I'm going to turn the gas up, and I might have to switch magazines if it does that again. Like I said, the 10 rounders do not always cooperate. Right, let's get this back into. Perfect. Okay. Let me fix that. Got that round out, and like I said, it's a 5.56 magazine, so 300 Blackout doesn't always play well with it. I'm gonna give it just a hair more gas. Maybe the e-brake's messing with that, but okay. 3, 2, 1, firing. Okay, that time it fed. And that time it did not. It just didn't come up all the way fast enough. So like I said, we'll do this 5-round group and then we'll switch over to a different magazine. Okay. Don't remember how many that was. I think that was 3. Might have been 4. Huh. Click. No bang. Did not pick up a new round. And that was the 5th one. Okay. So definitely not going to keep using that magazine. Let's go take a look at the group. And like I said, I'm using a 1X. I'm not the best sharpshooter in the world, but that is as an okay group. Here, let me see. Here is my Sharpie. It all stayed. I think these are 3-inch. And it's all wiggling around and stuff, but it's not bad. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try swapping magazines to the Lancer 20-round 300 Blackout magazine, and we'll see if those feed a little bit better that way, and then we'll get some results that way. Let's get this all set back up. All right, perfect. All right, so that 10-rounder is out. I got 5 rounds of the remanufactured stuff, and I'm gonna do that on the next target down. .300 Blackout magazine. Alright, let's get realigned. Okay. Aiming dead center. Firing. 1. Looks like it fed well. 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right. So those fed perfect. That was the Lancer 20-rounder. Let's go take a peek at that group. Give it a little bit of time for that barrel to cool off. As you know, suppressors make that a little bit hot. So here is the next group. About the same as this first group, a little bit strung out. But like I said, 1X. But is that not a bad shot? I mean, for, basically a jerry rigged. And like I said, we'll grab some, what's that other stuff? The Winchester stuff, and we'll compare that. Here, let me show you what I'm kind of working with, just so you can see where those deviations could be coming from. All right, so this is Cadwell shooting stand. This is not a lead sled, very flimsy, falling apart. I can't get the right height, so I got a glove shoved underneath here, trying to kind of make it go low enough. And so it's kind of hard to expect precision shots from that. That's all I got for now. Let's get set back up. We'll do 5 rounds of the Winchester, just so we have a nice comparison. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these Winchester are, they actually look like some nice stuff. They're supposed to be subsonic. They're supposed to be, according to the box, 200 grains. And they have an ultimate tape design. I'll show you guys in just a second. Get this loaded up. Okay, third one down, second from the bottom. Did not pick up a round. That was the click. We are dead center. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 of those rounds fed, except for the first one. I don't know if I just didn't double check it, but let's go look at that group. All right. And a lot of it, I think, is me. That looks like a flyer. I only see those 3 and this flyer. I don't see another round. So I mean, unless these 2 right here, or these are 2 right here, which they might be. I mean, but it might not be. What do you guys think? So I only see 4. So unless I had one just go completely off the paper, I'm looking at maybe 3 here, and then 1 here, or maybe 2 right there. This one does look a little oblong, but then I got this really, really bad flyer right there. So let's get those last the AACs loaded up real quick, and then we'll be able to have a pretty good idea of what they got. And like I said, it could just be a hot barrel, only getting a few moments, but you know, it's kind of what we have available to us right now. Alright. So I'm going to do the 5 rounds of the AAC. I believe these are 220 grain. I might be wrong, but these are open tip design also. I got the bucket. And so I just grabbed a couple of rounds and put them in an ammo can, or an ammo box, I should say. Okay, let's see if we can't get our eyes on that bottom target. Okay, set up. Firing. That one. Four. And beautiful. All right. Let's go look at that target real quick. Like I said, these are the AAC, I think 220 grain worms. But I will say, whew, those stayed together pretty good. If I was a better shot, I can imagine how these hit. So yeah, here's the AAC. Here is the Winchester, the Reman, and like I said, that one was the original one right there that was already there along with these ones, and the new stuff. So I'm gonna give this another shot. I'm curious now about that Winchester, so I'm gonna set up another target real quick. Let me zoom in so I know I'm lined up. Okay, so I am going to set up another target. Give me 1 second. I'm going to set up another target over the Winchester stuff, and then I'm going to be right back. All right, we're back. I think you can see that there is a new target right there. So I'm going to do 5 more rounds with the Winchester. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was just a flyer. Maybe it's just I suck. We don't know. But the AAC stuff seems to be working really well. That's been the tightest group I have so far. And you guys saw my setup, so could it have been me? Probably. But we'll give Winchester the benefit of the doubt. We'll get set up again. Alright. So aiming right at that same target. Okay, that's all 5 of the Winchester. Let's go see what we got. All right. So here is that. Oh, I was off. I was looking off in my own little world. So here's that second group of the Winchester. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If not, then I lost another round, but that's exactly what I'm seeing here. I was aiming dead center here, and I was hitting here. All these have been aiming as best dead center as I could, but still, that's pretty impressive. I am actually going to do another shot at this, the AAC stuff. This will be the last 5 I do for this stuff. Same thing. I'm going to set up a new target real quick, and then take 5 more shots and see if we can't reproduce those results, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. You can see there's a new target down there. I'm getting the magazine and loading up 5 more rounds of the AAC. Okay, I'm gonna lift up my safety glasses, because got a little bit of a glare. I'm not sure if it's my dot. if it's no, it's the dot. I'm about to get on. Okay. One. Two. Three. Good. Let's go take a look. Yeah, no, that AAC stuff is pretty good stuff. That is a solid chunk right there. The Minuteman is actually pretty good stuff too. Like I said, I may be getting better as, but that here still not bad. That was really good stuff, and I think that's actually considered their match ammo or some sort of match ammo. So compared to some other ones, it's pretty good stuff. It's not bad. Let me get set up real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. It's pretty good stuff. Like I said, very well priced, good shipping rates. They're doing good stuff. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna load up 10 of them, and I just want to see what they do on some typical fire stuff. All of that has been just very slow rate of fire. So let's see what happens if I do a little bit more rapid shooting instead of that. So 10 rounds in the Lancer. Get this up off the stand. There's a steel target down there. You might be able to hear it. And we're gonna do just 10 round mag dump. We'll see how it feeds. Like I said, this is the Lancer 20 rounder. This is a 300 Blackout specific magazine. These have run great. And then I'll do it with this one here as well, just so that we have some good stuff here. Okay, let's see how this goes. So all 10 fed just fine. I'm gonna set this down right here and see if I can keep it from tipping over. Okay, good, good. So we'll do 10 more. This will be the one thing I will say about these ones is because they're square on the front and the back, sometimes it's a little pain to see which way you're supposed to load these things. I usually will look at the tab on the back side. That actually is how I keep it, because if not, then I have been known to make the occasional oopsie of loading these ones backwards. I'll sit there, stare at it, and I'll be like, oh my goodness, that doesn't look right. Why doesn't that look right? Well, because I loaded it backwards. Another thing you can look at too is the front has the cutout where the bullet will actually ride, so you'll see it right there. The back has a big open spot here, but it was not all the way through, so if these were the opposite directions, they would look very funny as well. So let me get these loaded up. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that right there. The bolt is over the top, so on that last one, it did not hold back all the way. So I think this is what has happened a couple of times. Okay, let's do 10. all 10 fed just fine. No issues there. So in conclusion, Minuteman Munitions 300 Blackout Subsonics is really good stuff, really good range stuff. The price was really good. They are not a sponsor of the channel. I like to say that because I don't have any sponsors. I had to pay for all this stuff myself. But shout out to Minuteman Munitions. There was an error on my order. I ordered some stuff. They were supposed to switch some stuff. They didn't. It was a whole thing, but they turned around and they fixed it very quick. So shout out to them. If anyone from Minuteman Munitions is out there watching, I love your guys' stuff. If you guys want to send me some ammo, I wouldn't say no. But I just want to make it clear that all of this stuff I paid for. I paid for all the ammo that we've been shooting today. I paid for, and then but targets, everything is all me. So Minuteman Munitions, as of now, as of the making of this video, they were not selling this 300 Blackout subsonic stuff on their website, but I think they're supposed to, last I heard. I'm not sure, but yeah, great stuff. Check them out. If you're looking for more precision stuff, this stuff is the AAC stuff was really good if you do like precision shots. And if anybody wants to see, like I said, this is just a 1X primary arms SLX dot. I can always steal, if like I said, if anybody wants to see, I can always steal either the 1-6 LPVO off my AR-15, or I can steal the 4-16 power that I have on my AR-10. So if anybody wants to see a little bit more precision shooting, I could take all this ammo straight back out and do some more shooting, maybe 50 yards, maybe 100 yards, and see where we go from there. I'm still not the best shooter. This is a LaRue trigger, so it's pretty good. A lot of it's me, but this is all I have here. This thing's really wobbly, and I had to put gloves on there just to get the right size and the right spot. So again, shout out to Minuteman Munitions for great customer service. I hope you guys keep making your stuff, and I hope somebody sees it and appreciates that. I think you guys are doing a fantastic job. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one.